Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching Channels Television, celebrating 21 years of professional broadcasting. This is the news at 10, a reminder of our major stories tonight. Federal government set to spend over 20 billion naira in rebuilding the northeast. President Buhari inaugurates committee to coordinate reconstruction of areas devastated by Boko Haram. Secretariat of the Government of the Federation dismisses claim of presidency being hijacked by individuals with selfish motives, insists the president's anti-corruption war is not a witch hunt. People's Democratic Party's factions in Ondo State remain divided over choice of candidates in the November governorship election. And air strikes on a rebel-held village in northwestern Syria kill more than 20 people, including school children. You'll find more on our top stories on our websites, channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Log on to m.channelstv.com to view us live on a mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Besides the news and updates, the Channels TV app is an eyewitness feature. We encourage you to use it to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the eyewitness menu and follow the instructions.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
We've received a lot of pictures in our eyewitness portal, but let's take a look at some of them. We begin on a positive note with this picture of a road under construction along Shoti Main Street in Berger, Lagos. Our eyewitness reporter, who is pleased with this development, asked the attention be given to other bad roads in the country as well. We see a similar scenario of a bad road, which our eyewitness reporter sent in from Boko in Benue State. Next is this picture of an overloaded truck on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Our eyewitness reporter pleads with men of the Federal Road Safety Corps to check this dangerous trend among motorists. Our eyewitness reporter sent this picture of a blocked canal on Jubrila Street in Jigawa State. Weeds and refuse have taken over, thereby blocking the free flow of water. Eyewitness reporter draws attention of all concerned parties, including residents of the area, to this horrible sight. From Abeokuta, Ogun State, comes this picture of a bent electricity pole along Soluade Street. Our eyewitness reporter says this is not safe for passers-by and pleads with the electricity distribution company concerned to fix it.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Let's hand you over to Ibrahim Adra in Abuja, who has more on the news at 10. Hi, Ibrahim.
Hello, Amarachi. Now let's kick off with the Electoral Institute, an organ of the Independent National Electoral Commission. It has called for the sustenance of the smart card reader in future elections. The director of the institute, Professor Abubakar Momo, who described the use of the smart card readers in the 2015 elections as a game changer, notes that technology helped reduce cases of irregularities. He made this remark at a forum in Abuja.
The introduction of smart card readers for the 2015 general elections was one innovation that attracted much debate before and after the polls. Although some have criticized the electoral body for not testing the technology with smaller elections before introducing it for the general elections, majority applauded its usage for the polls. This conference in Abuja is organized at the instance of the Electoral Institute to examine the gains and challenges of that technology. The director of the institute explains the reason for the gathering.
So the whole idea of this roundtable is to have a conversation around what went wrong with the card reader in 2015 general election. What were the unintended consequences and backlash from the use of the card reader?
A former National Commissioner of INEC, Mr. Nuhu Yakubu, urges INEC to sustain the use of smart card readers in future elections. According to him, the technology has set a new standard for elections in Nigeria.
The use of the smart cards and the companion smart card readers has become the minimum standard for the conduct of elections by the Commission. This must not only be sustained, but improved upon in future elections.
Meanwhile, other resource persons at the event point out some of the challenges experienced with the use of smart card readers during the 2015 polls.
There are issues with fieldwork and smart card readers, no doubt about that. Database processing leading to loss of mismatch of data loaded into the smart card reader. The automated fingerprint identification system also has its own issues.
Having tested smart card readers in the 2015 general elections and subsequent polls, many hope that the technology will be improved upon by the next general election.
A former Minister of Education, Dr. Obiageli, has challenged Nigerians to be constitutionally enlightened in order to demand for their rights and deepen the nation's democracy. Speaking at the conference in Abuja, Dr. Ezekwesili says governance in Nigeria has become monopolistic due to the constitutional illiteracy of many Nigerians who are ignorant of their rights. She stressed the need for Nigerians to break the monopoly of the nation's governance structure by holding government accountable at all levels.
Our governance landscape is a landscape of monopolized authority, power, responsibility, and zero accountability. That's what our democracy has been since 1959. What we need on the basis of the power that information technology gives to us is to now liberalize the market of governance. There is a governance market that needs to be liberalized. It needs to be deregulated. It needs to be demonopolized. And the demonopolization of it goes this way. We know that poor governance is a problem in our society. As a matter of fact, I say to people that our life situation where we're hearing this gen set disturb us at this conference is not so because we lack technical expertise. It is because of poor governance.
The Federal Executive Council has approved the completion of the 215 megawatts power plant in Kaduna State. The Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, told State House correspondents that the approval shows the government's commitment to job creation and improving power transmission across the country. In addition, the Minister of State for National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, says the 500,000 undergraduates expected to benefit from the job creation program will each be paid 30,000 naira monthly.
We are now in a position that we can complete this program and project by next year and add 215 megawatts of power to the grid and particularly dedicate some of that power to Kudenda and Kaduna to support the industrial complex there. The second project was the construction of the substation to evacuate power from the Gurara hydroelectric power plant, phase 1, to evacuate 40 megawatts of power there. And again, there had to be extra work done here in order to connect that original evacuation plan into Kaduna now and also to enable it to interconnect to Mando transmission substation.
In respect of the National Social Investment Program, what we're doing today is to tell the country that the program is static. We have approval from the steering committee in the sum of 150 billion. So far, 25 billion has been released into the accounts, and there is another 40 billion that is in the process of being released into the account. Remember that we reported that the implementation will be done in stages. As states are ready for each of the programs, they are added on to each of the schemes. The school feeding program...
And now to the National Assembly, where the House of Representatives today resolved to investigate what it describes as extrajudicial killing of 4 people in Bayelsa State. Considering a motion of urgent public importance sponsored by Honorable Duye Diri, the lawmakers said they are worried over the trend that may lead to the breakdown of law and order. The Inspector General of Police, Mr. Idris Ibrahim, is to appear before a joint committee of the House to discuss the matter.
The House is concerned that while carrying out their constitutional role in the Bayelsa State Command, particularly at a place called Ekeki Community in Yenagoa local government area, to be precise, the police is alleged to have been engaged in extrajudicial killings. The House is worried that the trend, if not checked, may lead to breakdown of law and order. A situation where people will be forced to defend themselves from attacks from the very police who have been paid by taxpayers' money to protect them.
Two suspected fraudsters have been arrested by the police in the Siu area off the Shagamu-Abeokuta Road in Ogun State, southwest Nigeria. The suspects were alleged to have operated a den to swindle unsuspecting members of the public of their money and other valuables. And the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 2, Abdul Majid Ali, explained that the suspects have been on their watch list for a while now. Still ahead on the news at 10, PricewaterhouseCoopers releases new report on measuring human development in Nigeria beyond GDP. That's on Business News. Do join us again.